Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be showing y'all how to set up a crested gecko cage. I'm also going to be showing y'all how I got some items today from Hobby Lobby and how I put them in my crested gecko cages. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in now and we'll get started. The most important thing about the tank itself for crested geckos is that it needs to be vertical. Crested geckos live in trees and not on the ground, therefore they very much value height over width. The recommended crested gecko tank size is no less than 20 gallons for an adult crested gecko. I recommend 20-gallon long tanks instead of regular 20-gallon tanks because again, they like the height over the width. All you have to do is turn a 20 long on its side and bam, you have the perfect crested gecko tank. Now when it comes to lighting for crested gecko cages, I honestly don't believe that they need a UVB or heat lamp. Crested geckos like room temperature, and at night they can even tolerate temperatures into the low 60s. And as long as you feed them a diet rich in vitamin D3, they don't need a UVB bulb either. Now when it comes to decorating the tank, you cannot overdo it on vines. Get as many vines and leaves as you can and you can just pack that tank full of them. When it comes to where you can get your vines, there's a few different options. You can get suction cut vines or magnetic vines. Honestly, magnetic vines will last you a lot longer, but it is a bigger investment. The suction cut vines can be found at almost any pet store that sells reptile supplies. I also made my own suction cut vines by buying fake plants at Hobby Lobby, attaching a suction cup with some zip ties, and hanging them up as I like. If you're wondering what you should put on the bottom of a crested gecko cage, you do have a few options. My favorite is Reptibark because it's big, chunky, and they're not going to bite into it, and it just keeps the bottom of the tank very easy to clean. But you can also use even paper towels, coconut fibers, anything like that. The only thing you definitely don't want for a crested gecko cage is gravel or sand. Since crested geckos prefer to stay in trees rather than come to the ground, it's best to get them a magnetic food ledge for them to eat off of. I recommend a magnetic food ledge that comes with disposable cups. Basically that just means you won't have to take the entire ledge out and scrub it clean, rather just take the cups out, throw them out, and add new ones. The very last important thing to note about a crested gecko cage is that they do like humid air. Typically, crested geckos like it dry half the day and humid the other half. It's best to make their enclosure humid at night because this is when they're going to be up and about. To increase humidity in your gecko cage, all you need to do is get a spray bottle, some purified water, not tap water, and just spray down all the different parts of the cage and make sure you get it plenty wet. You don't want to soak it, but you do want it to get really wet, and then by morning it will most likely dry out, and that's fine. You can do a light misting in the morning. For the most part during the day, it's okay to keep it dry. And that's everything you need to know for setting up your crested gecko enclosure. And like I said, as long as you get a bunch of vines, you're gonna have a very happy gecko. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe because I'll always be posting stuff about crested geckos, other reptiles, aquatics, smelly animals, and more. I just have no other life outside of animals, so this is what I do. Thank you again, and I hope you have a good night, day. I don't know how to end these. Thank you.